Hey guys, it's Oggy back again with another video, and today I've decided to do some work to the tank. Firstly, I'm going to hook up the Aquamatic DC Runner 3000 back on the tank. This pump is DC power, it's controllable. I have a feed button here, I can increase the flow, decrease it. It does 3,000 litres an hour, which is way more than the other pump. It uses less electricity and it runs a lot cooler. With spring coming up, I thought it was a good idea to put this on. Plus it's always a good idea to get more flow in a tank where I'm going to add more SPS. Secondly, this is what I've decided to build. Basically, I've just got a couple elbows, a T and a couple more elbows, which I'm going to take a heat gun, heat up and squeeze here, and this side too, and that will be my return. It's just going to hang on the edge of the tank. Again, this tank is just temporary, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to connect it to soft tubing, which I have there, which will run to the top of the pump. That way the pump is a bit more quiet, just to lessen any vibration. Okay, so that's the first upgrade that's happening. Okay, so this pump is awesome. I didn't even realize how underpowered the last pump is. I'm actually currently running it on the lowest setting possible, and that is because my overflow, try not to ruin a surprise shot, cannot handle the water volume. So guys, jump on Google, check out what diameter piping you need for overflow to handle a certain amount of gallons per hour, etc. This is about a 1/4 inch piping, so there's no way in heck it could handle that much water flow. Secondly, you would want to make sure when the pump is off, you don't get a back siphon from the hose, which is just up there, and it doesn't overflow your sump. Luckily, I have an extremely large sump. It is actually a 3 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot tank. It has more than enough water volume to handle the flow. So again, make sure you check how much flow you get from your pump. Secondly, check what size overflow you need to handle the flow. And thirdly, make sure that when the pump is switched off, you don't get a back siphon and the sump gets flooded. Now, I told you guys last week I'm going to get a new addition, and I told you guys to guess what it is, and here they are. I've just fed these guys and I got 6 pink anthias. They've been in here for just over a week. I've got every single fish and they're doing amazingly. They're a pretty peaceful fish. They don't bother any of my other fish. They can be very finicky to keep, and they are known to jump. I do have screen tops, lids on top of this tank. Also, I feed these guys twice a day, most days, just frozen food or pellets. I also mentioned that I would get some T5 lighting, and I did. Looks like everything I said is coming true. I'm not as much of a liar as people think. So what happened is I sold my AI primes because they were not strong enough. And basically it took a full 4 days for me to get a new set of lights because of shipping complications, etc. But I got a very cheap light fixture around the $300 range, again, which is very cheap for this hobby, and T5 fittings as they go. Now the downside is I have some very yellow browny looking lights. My corals do look a bit brown, and this is actually the first day I have ever used T5. Now let me just say some positives about T5. For one, with 6 globes, I'm getting great par. For 2, it's very, very cost effective. 3, you can change out the globes, then you get the max par back again, and you can also change the complete coloration of the tank. Thirdly, I think I said the cost, but I'm not too sure. What else is there? I mean, the corals are doing great. I don't know what else to say. I've got great extension, pulp extension all over anyway. But in saying that, getting a cheap light fixture with these globes does make my coral look extremely brown. Secondly, T5 is known to produce a little bit of heat, so in summer this could cause an issue, but for the price I had, for the budget I had, these lights were great for bang for buck. Now, I do have a backup LED, which is a Marigold glow, and it actually makes the water just slightly more white and clear and slightly more of a pop. If I turn this off, I don't know if this will come from video, I don't know if I did anything, but my corals look even more brown. So eventually, when I save up some more money, I am going to go ahead and get some new globes. Now, I always talk about growth in this tank and I never give you guys a close-up. I thought today I would give you a close-up. This is my GSP. From that section down is all new growth. This Duncan was a single head less than 6 months ago, and now I have over 10. My acans are doing fantastic. My clam has grown at least 2 inches, and this one's doing great. I've just stood in the light, so it's kind of closed up. My Monty, all that white stuff on the right is new growth. Those two Poeciloporas in the middle, the green one and the pink one, all that growth around them is in the last couple of months. I've got a purple platy Monty which looks brown currently, and it is actually grown again, probably about 1 centimeter. I'm not too sure what that is in inches. Right there's a red and blue chalice, and that guy has grown again at least another inch. All my SPS have grown, they've grown over, they look pretty good. My blues are still there, my greens are still there, my yellows are still there, even though, I don't know if this comes up in the video, but my chalice here looks really brown, but he's actually fluoro green, and my gold hammer also looks brown, which is really disappointing. But in general, I'm getting great growth, I'm getting great pulp extension with these lights, everything's doing great. I'm still using Aquaforest, and it's really simple. I fill up my bottles, I've got the dosages down, everything's doing great. I haven't tested for a while, I will have to do that soon, but as for coral goes, again, I'm getting growth, I'm getting pulp extension, everything's doing fine. Sorry about the shaky videos. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in another one.